everybody. This is Martha in my channel Seeking for Art in YouTube, and I'm trying to. The reason I'm here is because I'm participating in a monthly hop with called the Makers Create a Collab. In this month, the challenge name was Needlework, and it's hosted by PM Art Studio, which is mother and daughter, B for Patricia and M for Mariah. And they have a YouTube channel, and they stream three times a week, as you can see, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays on Central Time. So it's Sundays 10 a.m., Tuesday 3 p.m., and Thursdays 3 p.m. And this is a fun hop that I was hoping to participate and actually honored for them to invite me. And so this is the project I did for this month. It's a project that I have done before, but it was just a little different take. Most of BMR Studio is the channel. Most of it is mixed media, but we do more of the jelly printing, and they are a great source to acquire stencils and also masks to do the layering and create beautiful papers, your own printing kind of thing. So this project I have done before, and this one was a reject actually that I did years back, actually about 7 years ago, and I went into the unfinished projects. But my daughter, she saved it. I didn't even know she had it, and she's been using it through all these years. I didn't even know until she showed it to me the other day. And it was done usually with the scrapbook papers. So it's kind of a simple project in a way. When you're using the scrapbook paper, just if you good in bookmaking, this is only covers, to host the writing pad that is holded by a belly band. So that's pretty much the guts of this, to be able to hold your writing pad. Then you embellish it, and the reason I didn't embellish this one, I don't know why, but I was having problems matching the colors, and this is as far as I got. So anyway, so this project is a totally different take. It took a lot longer than my previous one, from the scrapbook paper. So for this one, it was a little more process to do. So when you do jelly printing, you usually use stencils on a jelly block, and this is the stencil I had used previously, and so usually when you doing the jelly printing, you use a roller and you spread the paint, put your stencil, and then usually if you trying to do layers of different paints, different colors, you kind of take away the paint. So you usually use a tissue paper, and these are the prints that you get. A lot of times it's to actually create a print. So anyways, I think if I explain it better. So like this part right here, this was the actually print. But to be able to add different colors, I had to remove some of the paint and then continue adding other paint colors. So that was the process for to create the tissue print. So from there, I had a muslin fabric material, and I cut it 14 inches by 14 inches. And then from there, I ripped my papers, all my jelly prints that I had, and kind of made a collage. So you did your collage by using white glue, just regular school white glue diluted in water, in a brush. And then you would need to let it dry for 24 hours. So that was one of the, actually it was my second step, was to, after I had the tissue paper prints. After it was dry, I had to create, so I had to do some of the needlework that they actually sewing. So that's when then I used my sewing machine to do a lot of the zigzag, and I made kind of like the crazy quilt pattern, and then using a zigzag stitch. I also added some decorative stitches after I had it cut to size to what I was gonna do. So I know I'm jumping probably back and forth. So to make the covers, you will use chipboard. So I had a 8.5 by 11 chipboard cut in half. So you cut it in half. So this is the base of the book cover. From there, since you're the pad that you're using is, I don't know if you can see, is 5 by 8 inches, so that's the perfect size for the writing pad, the notepad that you're doing. So pretty much this right here. So anyways, so you will cover the covers, the chipboard, and just imagine that this is the a little bit longer. So usually you can do it right on one of the edges, and then you would do the covering 3 sides, kind of like this. And it created a lot of texture by using the tissue and material gluing together, so it's pretty sturdy. From there, you would use, well, you can use you can use some scrapbook paper to do this band, to try to put them together. I use a canvas sheet. So I use a regular canvas sheet and painted it to make that strip and be able to adhere the 2 covers, front and back. And it's usually about 2 inches wide, and it was about 10 inches tall. That's the hardest part of the project, is trying to put those 2 together. And you need to leave a space in between them. And if you can see, it's about a 1/2 inch, just to be able to fold it and close it and host the writing pad. Then from there, after you do that, you will get, just to make it neat, the inside, get one of your prints is 8.5 by 11, and you would trim maybe like a quarter of an inch or half an inch at the most, and then glue it all across. From there, like I said before, you do a belly band, and this one was a little tight. So usually what you do is you grab the piece of paper and you fold it like so, and then cut it, leave a little bit on the back, like maybe about that much, and then you glue it on the covers, on the inside of the covers. And mine was a little bit too tight, so if you want to do that, just be sure that you give a little bit more room to be able to insert your pad. I do have, I had a used string. I did a used string a while back, but I had a lot of difficulties when I was doing it. It's still there for reference, and all the instructions are step by step. The only thing I had a lot of, since it was a live show, and you talking to people during the show, so sometimes it's a little bit of conversation going on. So anyways, but if you would like to see it, you can fast forward the areas that you probably don't want to see. From there, like I said, I embedded with things that I already had. So this is some metal corners. I used to have a stamp that it said a note. I moved from Maryland to Florida, and I just displaced my stamp, which I'm kind of sad about it. This little embellishment, I made it myself with also when you're rolling off, sometimes when you're spreading your paint with the roller, you try to clean it on another piece of paper, so this was part of that too. And then all I did, I don't know if you can tell, but I did a little background stamp. And this ones were just die cuts that I did from my other prints. So this embellishment is from Tim Holtz, and I had another more page corners. So that's how I created that. I started with pretty much a blank canvas, since I did not rely on the scrapbook papers. I did it myself, using all the materials I had already. A lot of times you get all those tissue prints and you're really not sure what to do, but they're great for collage. That's one of the best things I have used it for, is usually trying to do collage. And this is actually one of my first end-to-end projects using jelly printing, and I'm really proud of it. And it took me a few days just to get to this, to this final product. And I hope you guys like it. Another thing too, so try not to embellish the back of it, since you're gonna use it for writing. So you don't want to know, unless if it's not 3D, I guess it's okay. But try not to use any 3D objects on the back, because you don't want it wobbly while you're trying to write. So it has to be pretty much flat. This project, I first did it, I'm going to say it was about 18 years ago. That was my first one I did. And then it has progressed to this, which I'm very proud of. I used to do a lot of them and give them as gift, and try to embellish it a little bit more. But even this, it looks good enough, I guess. My daughter loves it. She's the one that kept it because mine was this one was an unfinished object, an unfinished project. They calling UFOs, but anyways, and this embellishment, it was already done. I had it in my stash. I guess it was supposed to go with this one, but since I never finished it, it never went there. So it was, I saved it for a reason for this project, because I would have had to do more in trying to figure out how else to embellish it. I also just finished touches. I did some ribbon just to create more interest and more layers, because that's usually what mixed media is all about. It's about the layers. I also saved, I did a pocket using a triangle shape, and also used the ribbon, and little piece left over I cut her just to make it more decorative, you know, from from this to this, just make it a little more decorative with the ribbon in the back, just trying to make it a little bit more finished. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little project as much as I did. Like I said, if you need, you can look at my YouTube channel for instructions. Like I said, I don't have many videos, so but one about how to make this is there. And I hope you enjoy, and thanks everybody. I really have fun with this project. Bye.